Hey new plant detectives! In this video, you're going to learn basic plant ID skills that will help you identify invasive plants in your community. We'll show you invasive plants that are hiding in plain sight and why they're harmful. We'll also give you the tools to be the best plant detective you can be. First off, what are invasive species? Well, invasive species come from another place, kind of like aliens. They don't occur naturally in our local area. And because they're new to our area, they lack natural controls that would normally keep them in check, like insects or diseases. This allows them to take over and grow without constraint. Most invasive species can move to new areas because humans actually bring them there. Humans transport invasive plants for their gardens, on equipment like bikes and boats, by moving contaminated soil, and by traveling on roads and railways. Invasive plants can do a lot of harm. They outcompete our native plants and threaten their survival. They can even make humans and animals sick. Invasive plants also reduce habitat for wildlife and increase the risk for wildfire and erosion of our local streams and rivers. So what can you do to help stop invasive plants? Well, you can become a plant detective. But first, to become a plant detective, you have to have some tools that will help you out. You'll need the Invasive Species Scavenger Hunt list, a keen sense of observation, a phone or camera to take photos of the plants that you find, and a phone or a GPS to mark the site of the plants that you find. You can go online and check out our Scavenger Hunt webpage to get more tips and photos that will help you quickly identify invasive plants when you're out with your family. You can also download apps that will help you identify plants using your phone's camera. We've listed some of those apps on the webpage. You can go to SSISC.ca/scavenger hunt. There are a few important things that you can use to help identify your plants. The location, size and shape, leaf characteristics, and flower characteristics are all clues that you can use to help identify your plant. Location is key. Is it a wet, moist area, or a dry forest, or an open meadow? For example, yellow flag iris is an aquatic plant, while common tansy likes dry, well-drained soils in open sunlight. The size and shape will help you narrow down your plant choices. Is the plant big and bushy? Is it short? Is it tall? Clustered? Singular? For example, common periwinkle is a low-lying plant that forms a mat on the forest floor, while mountain bluet is a tall flower that forms bushy clusters. Flowers are also really good to look out for. You can look at their size, shape, color, and number of petals. They're normally grouped by color, so this is an easy and quick way to identify your unknown specimen. For two flowers that have similar colors, well, you can look at their size and shape to differentiate the species. So for example, oxeye daisy and scentless chamomile are both white and daisy-like with the yellow button center, but you can tell them apart by their size. Scentless chamomile has flowers that are about 2 to 3 centimeters large, which is much smaller than the oxeye daisy that has about 5 centimeter wide flowers. Leaves are also a good thing to look out for. You can take note of how big they are, if they have smooth or serrated edges, their shape, how many lobes they have, and if they have any particular color. You can also look at how the leaves are arranged on a stem or stalk. Here are a few examples of leaf characteristics. English holly has serrated leaf edges, orange hawkweed has long, slender, and hairy leaves, yellow lamium has distinctive grayish-green colors, and common burdock has very large leaves, and English ivy has 3 to 5 leaf lobes, a bit like a maple leaf. Congrats! You're a new plant detective. Now that you have the basics in plant identification covered, you can go out and explore. Use your new skills and set up your own community weed pull using our new DIY weed pull toolkit, which can be found at ssisc.ca/toolkit. And remember, if you remove any invasive plants, never put them in the compost. invasive plants can actually survive the composting process at high heats and grow in new areas. Place invasive plant material in sealed bags and dispose of them in the trash or at the invasive species bin located in the Squamish landfill or at the Callahan transfer station. Thanks for watching! Share your discoveries with us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter for more information and more activities in the Sea to Sky corridor.